Good morning from Zingaro. James did pretty well yesterday night. He let me sleep the whole night, so that was nice. Still tired though. I just tagged, we're going pretty much west now, 270 degrees, 280 maybe, but James went down south the whole night, so that's okay. I could point a little higher, but I can't get the starboard dagger boat up, so that makes us go a little more west than we have to, or a little more south. And north. Jesus. I'll show you on a map in a second. And we are fishing. I put 2 hand lines out as soon as the sun rose, and we're not having any luck. I don't know if we're too slow or too fast or what the hell is going on. James just told me to slow the hell down, so we are double reefed on the main and the jib. He was double reefed the whole night because I think it was pretty windy. So first thing I did when I started my shift was taking the reef out of the jib, but that was too fast. The seas are not very high, but I guess I could take the reef out. The waves were bigger 2 hours ago, so maybe we can go a little faster and we have more luck with the fishing. Our friends from yesterday night are gone, the birds. As soon as there was daylight, they left. I think they were sick of the whole traveling by boat thing. I mean, if you have wings, right? Oh yeah, the map. So we're going straight west right now, 270 degrees. James sailed straight south the whole night. So that's how it looks. So James woke up, that means we reefed once again, and also he's gonna tie the anchor up. Now it looked a little loose. We're doing good though, we're still fast even though we just turned off like 50 degrees. Said we would slow down a little. Good morning, tower.
Should hold it a lot better. Now we'll be moving around so much. Get off the trampoline real quick. Yeah, that's better. Not banging around. It's still moving, but it's not like rolling around. So did she tell you that I spent all night trimming the sails perfectly, and then she came up on watch and like 30 seconds later she just shook all the reefs, and we're like doing 20 knots in 9-foot seas.
Oh, come on.
This one's crazy, dude. I went from sleeping peacefully to...
Well, that's what you get for buying yourself a cat.
So much for motoring our way through to Isla Cocos, huh? We motored for 5 hours cumulatively. 2 the first day and 3 the second day, and since about 7 o'clock last night we've been flying. I didn't even tack last night. We were just going south 180 the whole night at probably 7 or 8 knots, and then now we're doing 9. We're flying over to the west, and then we're just going to go straight down to south to Cocos. If we keep this up, we're going to be there like tomorrow morning, which is cool. You know, I got an extra, let's see, 25 gallons of diesel on board, which is half of what I'd normally carry, more than half, because this is supposed to be the doldrums in here. And we're flying. We've only motored for 5 hours, so that's nothing. I'm carrying around all this weight for nothing, but better to be safe than sorry. Plus we got to go to Ecuador afterwards. We're doing everything we can do to slow the boat down. We're triple reefed on the jib and the main, and we're thinking about practicing with the parachute anchor because these waves are just, every once in a while one will break on top of the boat or one will hit underneath the boat and just slam it. This cat has really high freeboard clearance, but every once in a while it gets hit also. Every cat does. But man, when it gets hit, it means the waves are getting pretty gnarly. We're going a little too fast still, but I mean, there's nothing more I can do.
Also, the weather stripping that James put on right before we left for Cocos is leaking on this. A wave came over and hit here, all the way here, and washed right down into here. Not nearly as bad as it did before when we came from Colombia to Jamaica, or before when we went from Mexico to the Caymans, but it's wet. And on a longer passage, having all this, I mean, it just goes from here into the kitchen until it goes in the other hall, because the cat is healing a little. And on a longer passage, everything is gonna be wet and it's all salty. You don't want that. It's really uncomfortable like that. So it's important that the weather stripping is good, but I think James just said it was just not tied down correctly. How's it going?
Much better now. I was sitting on the knot, that was my problem. Oh yeah, that's way more compressed now. I think it'll keep the water out now. You can't even pull that thing up, so.
Right over there, it's the storm. That's our empty lines for fishing. Still nothing. We've been sailing and fishing. That's the only thing we did the last 3 days when we went from Herradura to Caño and now on our way to Cocos. And the only thing we caught was that mackerel that we caught after 30 seconds. Nothing. We have those things out all the time, from sunrise to sunset. I don't get it. Very maddening. We bought so many lime. Our fridge is full with lime, and our fruit hammock full of lime, so that we can make ceviche. We have chips, we're so prepared, and now no fish. Okay, so we managed to tack away from the storm, but now we're on a pretty bad tack. We're making minus way good, but yeah. Why are we doing that again? Yeah, we're making minus way good, but at least we're probably not gonna get hit by that storm. We reefed the jib further, so the only thing left that we could do is drop the main. And yeah, we're not pointing at all anyway, so maybe that's what we're gonna do next. Also, we're having the time of our lives. It's great, it's a lot of fun, it's very wet. We have a very wet cockpit, that's for sure. Let's see what James is doing. Can't take the camera outside anymore. We're making minus way good. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, at least we're not in a storm. I'm hungry now. Well, I need breakfast before we do any more filming. I'm Mr. Groucho right now because I'm hungry. It's what, noon? I haven't eaten anything today. Have you had breakfast?
No.
Well, let's make some fucking breakfast, man.
It's your turn.
I'm a washing machine! Doing laundry in our brand new Ashuma bucket. This is nice and neat. This comes in handy. Look how nasty this water is, babe.
What are you gonna do now?
We need to boil some fresh water and then put it in there.
Okay.
Oh, these look so cool. This looks super cool. They're all over. There's like 20 of them. That's a unique perspective on it, and kind of scary. I almost fell off twice. How fast are we going? It feels like we're going like 3 or 4 knots.
2 knots. How was it?
Kind of scary. I almost fell off the rudder twice, like slipped and barely hang on. I couldn't catch the boat if it started going.
Now we were going faster for a second.
Yeah. I want to see this footage. Dude, that was cool. I think I got some cool footage. We need to have a line going, because man, those guys are so cool underneath the boat. They look way cooler underneath.
So, this morning, which was a beautiful morning with rainbows, nice wind, small waves, we had a rude awakening. The furling line just snapped. We had the jet double reefed almost the whole time since yesterday, right? Since yesterday noon?
Yep.
Yesterday. Exactly, so it snapped now. It wore through. I was rubbing, I was chafing on the furler itself, and that's the 3rd time that's happened to us, so we really need to find a better solution for that. It's the Harken Cruising Mark II. If anybody has an idea, whether it's the furler, have you experienced the same thing with this model, or do you have an idea how to prevent the furling line chafing through? Please tell us. We need some advice. It's a Harken Cruising Mark II. And now James is going to try to splice the furling line, which he has never done before. We downloaded a YouTube video on how to, but we can't find it right now on the laptop. It was probably on a hard drive that we lost. We'll try, because we need to reef the jib. It's huge. It's way too big for this boat anyways. And with this kind of wind that's super variable, that comes up 20 knots out of nowhere, we need that. So let's go!
This is the core, and this is the outer sheath, and just lay them over top of each other and kind of like this, and just splice it.
So, why did it rub through? And where?
I thought I fixed this, but I guess I didn't. What happened was it was going to here, and it was on the top. If it's on the bottom, it doesn't rub through, but it's really, really tight, and it's on the top. It's going back and forth, and it just popped it through.